So, hello everyone. This is the next session will be from Professor Madhusudan Singh only, and the topic is Industrial Management 4.0, and he will also let you know some hands-on on this particular topic. So, please enjoy the session, and please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, this in this class, maybe this lecture, I'm going to take a small breaks. So, it will be more interactive with the students. Can be easy to involve.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah. So, I'm going to talk about to the industrial management 4.0 and hands-on to we do some practice about to NFC things. So just I wanna take about to give the brief introduction about the what is the industrial management 4.0. So maybe you guys also heard about industry 4.0. So as much as the advanced technologies is coming, as much as the we our industries are also adopting those technologies, so they are changing a way to uh, work style, production style, and their consuming consumer styles to be by, day by day. They are changing things. So how can be industrial management 4.0? What that means is like what our current time and technology going to observe, going to involve in the industrial point of view, in the production point of view. So and after that we are going to also talk about to the hands-on. We do the some practice about to NFC. How can we use NFC and where can we use that NFC tag, those applications. So that is the these are the contents I'm going to introduce about to industrial management 4.0, and after that we can discuss to some disruptive technology can use in this industrial management environment, especially for the digital transformation world. So digital transformation means they are digitalizing the industry's work culture and those things. So how can be this are the three basic or more disruptive technologies nowadays are working as like internet of things, AI and blockchain technologies. So we are going to explore more about these technologies thing. So what is the industry? Let's talk about to industrial management 4.0 to as an introduction point of view. So we can talk about a more human history if we are talking about the industry, but we need to before that we need to understand the where it comes to the human industry, where it comes to the human, not an industry, sorry, human. So human history can be described a way of agriculture and financial, political, religions, and etc. point of view. We can categorize in the different ways of the whole human history, right? So one when it comes to the history of technologies and their effects on civilization, the storytelling becomes the more complicated due the pace of the developments and geographical gaps and varieties. So therefore, it is better visit the early human history to get a start towards understanding the historical timeline and of industrial revolutions like that things. So before the industry coming to industry, we must to concentrate about to the this agriculture. Without the agriculture food things, we cannot solve the industry. We cannot involve in the industry, right? So how can we do agriculture revolution? Where it comes from the agriculture revolution? So we cannot have an industrial revolution without having an agriculture revolution. So, note around the world, more than enough food is produced to feed the global population, but more than 690 million people are still go hungry. So, world hunger is on the rise, affecting 8.9% of people globally. So, from 2008 to 18 to 2019, the number of undernourished people grow the 100 millions. So, before wasting or any food, please think about these two hunger people. Is not only from the worldwide, is also in India. We have a lot of people are sleeping hungry every day. So think about that also. So that increase amount of food produced to feed your people labor force, that makes the increase in urban population, which also increases the food demand, increase the capital formation, which increase the investment in the industry. So that's the way are we are going to reach to industrial revolution things or industrial area. So consequently, world history has made with the industrial revolution starting from the 18th century. So industrial revolution largely changed muscles based production to mechanical power, and which was followed by increase the cognitive power in the productions. So that could be explained how different countries have been the experiencing different timelines on industrial revolutions. So finally, it is the clear that without a completed agriculture revolution, it would be vastly challenging to fully accomplish the industrial revolution. That's why we started from the agriculture revolutions to move now to industrial revolutions. So exactly what is the industrial revolution is industrial revolution have shaped the way we live today. Industrial revolution can fundamentally be defined as the industrial utilization of different and most advanced technology. So therefore, as the dominant technology changes and affects the human lives disruptively, really, not incrementally. So we move from thank you. Yeah, sorry, guys. Yeah. So therefore, as the dominant technology changes and affects the human lives disruptively, not incrementally, we move from the one industrial revolution to another period to another industrial revolutions. That is the basic definition of the industrial revolution. There is comes from the industrial for one industry 1.0, industry 2.0, industry 3.0, industry 4.0 nowadays. So industrial revolution is categorized an enormous a change in the human how humans perform their manufacturing business or any other industrial actions. So industrial revolution could be perceived as the significant shift in the producing things like manually to factory situated serial productions like that way. So anyone has idea about what is the difference for revolution and evolution? Can anyone join? What is the difference between evolution and revolution? No. Okay, so I'm going to continue then. The evolution versus revolution. The revolution represent a abrupt and radical changes, and the evolution also refers to change, yet it happens gradually as process. So revolution has followed by the several evolution. For example, here we can see in starting we have this type of like longer when the phone is invented, they started like that way, and now we have to this smartphone, only one that box, and we can carry everywhere and very lightweight things. And in this smartphone there is all over all things computer related things like all calculation, digitization, camera, and everything we can do with it. So that is the evolutions comes to revolutions thing. So that is the industry revolution in the four phases is described that industry one, they will have initial attempts toward mechanization supported by the steam engines of water power. Then industry 2.0 is as the period of electricity guided the assembly line supported mass productions. Industry 3.0 as the stage of computer technologies leading effective automated systems. And nowadays we have to industry 4.0. That is the whole cyber world, cyber physical system. Like current phase is industrial revolution, which is associated to the cyber physical system. Everything we are connected with the internet, that is a part of the industry 4.0 revolutions. Any industry, they are providing us to any product, they can be connected physical things with the cyber. That is the part of the industry 4.0. So in industry 1, the mechanical period, as a consensus, the first industrial revolution has been believed to start in UK. So two main changes industry 1 revolution is dominance for the machine based production over manual production, and dominance of factory massive production over a small scale workshop manufacturing. Since new cities demand for new materials for production, railroad construction, so become the more priority transportation during that time, first industrial revolution. So innovative methods of steam engines has utilized on these railroads. Steam engines trigger transportation aids. So these are the first industrial revolutions. It comes in the whole world. Second industrial revolution is comes associated to concept advancement in electricity as new source of energy and mass production via assembly lines. So that is the second industrial revolutions. There is the assembly line created the economy of mass production and consumption. The Buick assembly lines and Detroit, Michigan, USA. They have started this second industrial revolutions. So in a started USA, they have we have to Ford car, right? We have heard about to Ford. That is the owner of the founder of the Ford. Henry Ford's automobile factory was the first implemented that mass production approach, which has the widely adopted during the post World War II and that period. So this system is collapsed in the mid of 70s once this computer introduced. So mass production versus mass customization. So the failure in one type production on assembly lines triggered more programmable machine so that the existing production system could address the customer diversified. That's why it comes to be a collapse, the industry 2.0. So these programmable machine were changed their names to computers, and the period of industry 3.0 is began, and industry 3.0 witnessed a series of technological developments in the relatively very short time. That's improvement of semiconductors, mainframe computers in mid 60s, personal computers in mid 70s, and finally internet in 90s. So that is the industry 4.0. Now we come to industry 4.0. So industry 4.0 is come with their AI and artificial intelligence information technology. Can be, we can say that digital world, digitization of digital transformation. Now everything have we have the data, like big data, data science, and those things analyze, and we make it the decision of our machine. We make the automated robot, and we can make the automation machine, self-driving car. Those things is completely based. We have data and we train the data to machine. So that is the complete industry 4.0. It is completely based on the digitalization of the data, or digital transformation, we can call that things. Okay, so now what is the digital transformation, like digital industry digitization? So as we know, technology and plus business, our economy is now, technology is coming to now core to business. So the enterprise of future has vastly different expectation from technology. Like technology moves from the cost to capital, is most incremental investment in digital world. Up to 25% of entrepreneur revenues will be taken by the digital attackers. Adoption of digital technologies will vary, and robots and AI joins the workforce. So these are the some basic things. They can be changes to our the work culture, our lifestyle, and our societies things. So there is a come to technology and business. They're coming the whole digitization of industry. So and in our side is coming to the digital storm. In the digital storm means we have to exponential technologies are fueling this storm. There is a big data, sensor actuators, mobile technology, cloud computing, natural user interface, ubiquitous connectivity, and trends like integrated digital and physical experiences, and the Internet of Things, automation, knowledge work, big data, advanced analytics. So here you can see that these trends are completely based on the data. These all changes in our life and all things based on the changes related things. Okay, so these are the digital storms, like everywhere and everything is digital. Whatever in our life, the digital or digital transformation is entered in our life. We are doing the sense, we are finding the data, big data, collecting data and analyze those data, and this using those data to implement in any applications, anything. So developing a digital organizations, we have to structure why this digital organization or digitalization is a very coming to very famous or very using. We are changing to the industry called the industry revolution, industry 4.0, because they have this flexible features where is adaptive learning and quick decision making. It has inclusive internal collaboration and external orientation. It has innovation, that is that we can test and learn approach. We can fastly learn and fastly test each and new approaches. Fluidity, there is a cross functional teams or ideas incubation. Embedding technology intelligence in the every aspects of business and generate the measurable business values. So these are the basic structure and basic properties why we are moving to digitalization, why our industries are using to going for the digitalization things. They are trying to make organization digitally. As you can see nowadays, I'm taking a lecture. These are also digitalization. Is a in this COVID situation, everyone is taking a lecture at home without moving anywhere. This all digitalization is coming. So this all is also that education industry is also coming to in industry 4.0 based on this, only using this digital transformation. So as a digital transformation business point of view or industry point of view, 86% of CEOs considered their priorities who have a technologically advances. 69% they go for demographic shift, 58% shift in the global economic power, 39. So trends that will transform business over the next 5 years. They will be believing on that. 86% of CEOs they are believing it going to be our technologically advances. So digital transformation as a definition, the terms digital transformation has been used to describe anything from creating a fully responsive mobile website to developing a social media strategy. But in reality, true transformation needs to involve much more than just the end product. They're believing on the end product things. So, for the beginner point of view, digital bolt on, digital seed, innovation, customers, outcomes, and collaboration. Second, we have to medium level, we have to intermediate, that is called the digital transformation. It is built on outside in customer with the culture, collaboration, and strong focus on customer outcomes. The durable innovation culture is enforced. And the final, we have to advance digital disruption, that is the ensure that digital is a part of DNA everyone's job with the inherent customers advocacy, collaborative by default inside and outside partnership, drive the ecosystem based on the business. So this is the information, this is the growth of digital transformation. So we are in here in digital transformation, but in future when all these technology, as I mentioned, IoT, AI, and blockchain, and some more new technologies are going to be merged together, it comes to digital disruption field. That is also part of the industry 4.0. It's not going to be extended things. So that is the whole digital transformation development. So digital transformation has some terms and pillars. So there is the terms business innovation, digital disruption in digital strategies, digital experiences, disruptive technology, and disruptive innovations. They can be connect with these pillars, empower employees, engage the customers, transform the product, and optimize the operations. What does mean? That means, like, if you guys have any idea, any startup you want to say, start new startup, so that is finding the some business innovation, right? So that innovation you need to find out that, compare outside what existing organization is there, and then find out the what is the difference idea yours, and you can innovate those idea and can suggest and can start from the startup company. So after that it will be connect with the digital disruption. Then you need to use to what type of technologies or what type, how can we digitalize that idea, make it the funding and make it the more uh, advanced, some product based on the digital. For that you need to make the strategy that is also digitalized. For that purpose you must to have the digital experience that can be used, those application, those startup going to be a market. And then after that you use the disruptive technologies and make it the innovation, disruptive innovation of the processing of these whole terms. So for that what will you do? You need to empower your employees, empower your, like, one guy has a startup idea, he connected with other guy, they are empowered themselves, they can be make it the knowledge about the those those idea, make a, what type of startup this startup going to execute or not. If we execute, then how, what the process we need to that, what we need to learn, those things, empower employees. Then we need to engage the customers, who is the target of your, the customers who can be buy your product, who that is startup company who going to buy for those product things. And then transform the product based on the customer's requirement. You need to transform the product and modify it accordingly. And then for this whole things, only you two guys are doing things, so we need to find out the how can we do this work more, optimization, like optimize operation. We can optimize the this work. For this all optimizations things can be happen with the help of digital experience and those things. Okay, so this is the digital transformation and terms and pillars. So it has some components like trust. They can be protect your organization data and people. Collaboration, create a productivity workplace in embers, the diverse work style. Enable your people to get things done anywhere. Intelligence, provide the insight of to drive faster business, better business decision, and transform your company's data into rich visual and analytics for the better decision. So for that purpose you need to do most, your digital strategy must be the follow this 5 step. First, step back. Why is it important to look at your business? If you can see from very closer to anything, so definitely going to miss something, right? So it's better to you see all from the some back, go for a step back, and then you can watch surrounding all issues that connecting points for those some particular topic. Second, we have to analyze. There is so much data. What data about your idea, your startup idea, your business online? Why not use it? Don't, we can say that, like, we have always that quote, learn from others mistake, don't do the mistakes. Same thing in here. Learn whatever data you have, use those data. Don't go for the expend your energy, your money, your things to new collecting the new data. When you make a plan, you have something to fall back on later. Then you need to test your idea, right? Writing down the plan is good, but testing is better. And then after you need to implement things. So make the changes and reap the benefits. So these are the must do your digitalization for the is just I talking about to the, if you have any idea to start your startup, but those all completely based on digital transformation digitally, right? So that, as I in starting in the content I mentioned, those digital transformation has three basic disruptive technologies nowadays, like IoT, AI, and blockchain technology. So for the IoT, let's discuss about those technologies. So till now, anyone has any question? No. So let's talk about IoT, Internet of Things. So what is the Internet of Things? Anyone? Anyone going to talk? Yes, Naveen.
Connecting different machines to the internet and to make
Yes.
them communicate with other machines.
Yes. So can you tell me what is the difference between when Internet of Things has introduced and what is now? In 2008, around that is time, IoT is introduced in the by the researchers, and if that from them at that time and from nowadays, what is the difference?
Uh, I think a lot of machines are connected nowadays, and I would say
No.
the main difference is the performance and development of the Internet of Things itself. The speed is varied too. Back in 2008, I think we had 3G. Now we have 4G slash 5G. So that's what I think.
Yeah, yeah, that's approximately technically is correct. But let's I'm going to just showing the difference between when we introduce. Can you see my PPT, right? Everyone
Yes, sir.
see?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is the IoT? In the 2008, the IoT means to describe a number of technology and research disciplines that enable the internet to reach out into the real world for the physical objects, as you define that, connecting different physical devices, right? But nowadays, IoT is things having identities and virtual personalities operating in the smart spaces, using to the intelligent interfaces to connect and communicate within social environmental and user context. In firstly, in when we introduced the IoT, that time the main target was connecting the devices, connecting to physical world with the internet. But now connecting to the personalities, making the virtual personalities and making to their own identities. That is called digital twin, right? Coming to new technology, digital twin, making your whole biological and physical same identity to on the virtual world. That is also comes to one IoT. So that is the difference between 2008 and 2020. It's coming to more in events, it's coming to more advanced. It's gonna be more we our IoT going to inside of us. Maybe you guys heard about just recently Elon Musk. You guys know the Elon Musk, right?
Yes, sir.
So Elon Musk is doing one project. He's trying to put a chip inside of the one pig. In future, he want to that use that chip to human mind. So what they are doing, they he's trying that currently. If we want to listen some music, we need to earphone and headphone and those things. But he tried to put that chip in the human minds. If whatever music he want to listen, that can connect to with the his mind, and that music gonna be connect with his phone, and that music going to be automatically start in that mind. That is the his dream project. He's working on that project currently. He's just started the experiment on the pig head. So if you search on the Google and somewhere, then you can find out this experiment is going on things. So that's the I'm telling that these are the changing to the tech IoT's meaning nowadays. So we have to IoT adoptions. It's like IoT can be adopted from the anything, any devices, anyone, anybody, any services, any business, any path, any network, and any place, anywhere with the anytime and any context. So that's the basic idea of IoT. Can be get it the anything, anywhere in the any type of context, any message, any information we can access. So that is the hype of uh, Internet of Things in 2020. There is a digital threats is coming on, but now these are, you can see, IoT edge and IoT platform is almost done. The IT integration is almost done, and now they are coming in this going up. IoT enable applications and edge analytics. These are the more hype technology is going on. So next we have to connect it. Yeah. Connected devices, as we know that till 2025, we have 75.44 billions of devices we have connected in the worldwide. So that's, but still we have two big challenges in IoT. What type of challenges? Finding the things. If we have the something, for example, I have this sellotape and I want to connect this sellotape with internet. For the we need to require these things to how can be update and why we require is it really required to we can connect this thing to internet. Second, we have to connectivity. Find out the connectivity issues is not easy to will find out the can make the connections between the things. Doing the data analytics. If things are connected, any things, then we have similar so many data. Then we need to make them more advanced to analyze those data. And according to data analytics, they need to based on may take the action. When this all thing is come, then it's moved to automatically that is called the AI field. So that's changed the IoT definitions again. So these are the some challenges of IoT. Second, we have to digital transformation. Like according to the IoT survey, 73% of the companies surveyed are currently active in IoT devices. They are using IoT devices in their industries. So 60% of those working on IoT are aiming to grow revenue and profits, and 50% are reduction in the downtime with the predictive and maintenance things. So these are the connectivity between the IoT. How can be IoT used in digital transformation things? So let's now I just give the example of IoT. Some examples like transportation. If you use IoT and cloud digitally transform the transportation. So here we can use like stations. We can use the IoT gateway. They can provide to connectivity with the this cellular network and their communication network, and we find out the trackless wireless network, digital train, converts the railway cloud platform. So where second track side means they provide the high speed train to ground the broadband communication 100 megabits per second at 350 kilometer per hour. Track side IoT, we have 10 kilometer coverage. There is a 10 battery lives, each voice trunking. There is a 3 GPP emergency call and local sites trunking. Digital train, we have to multi-link convergence, intelligent path and selections, and onboard local server capability, open architectures. There we can connect those all applications. Convert the railway cloud platform, share the ICT improves and resource uses, integrated IoT and big data platform. So gradually enables cloud based on the railway. So here we can see they are also talking about to digital data to change in the make the connectivity the things connect the things. For example, they connect the in here they're talking about the trains. We similar we can driving we are using the GPS, that is also connected connectivity things. So that is the that is just one example I'm talking to IoT. As I know that you guys already this lectures you have will get the lot of IoT information, so I'm not going to be extend more IoT knowledge for you. I just going to move in the, let's start to do the some practical work. So that is a very simple thing, nothing new. I just want to show you something that is, if you try, you can already know these things, but maybe you guys not using in your regular basis. So I'm just going to introduce what is the NFC and how can we just change or can we write something in NFC tag like this. In India, I think this one NFC tag is can be very cheap, that it can be buy from the $10 or 15 to 20 rupees. In India, that is available. So let's talk about the first. What is the NFC? Are you guys okay? Can I go?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is the NFC? I think most of you guys know, right? NFC. Okay, doesn't matter. Just I'm going to introduce. NFC is the near field communication, where is developed by the Sony, Nokia, and Philips. They combined forum, monitors, and regulate the NFC standard. So NFC is operate at low power, low frequency range. That is the 13.56 megahertz, and range is 0 to 10 centimeter. And these are the some standardization applications they are using. That is the standard smart card which store the information and RFID tag in a smart devices. That is looks like a NFC looks like this. Can you see my camera, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you see my face?
Yes, sir.
Now you can see tag.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So these are the tags, NFC tags that we can use things for the multiple purpose. For example, like here, we get the information to touching the smart posters, your NFC device is your ticket, buy goods, vending machine, either your phone, with your phone, your NFC device is your credit card, and get information about your current and get job or task. NFC or your NFC device is your travel card. So can be possible anything. Let's watch some more applications of NFC video in here. Can you see the YouTube? Guys, can you see the YouTube?
Yes, sir. We can see the link, sir, but we are not seeing the YouTube
Okay.
window.
So I'm just showing some videos. Now can see the YouTube, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Sir, the video is not audible, sir.
not audible.
Yes, sir. The video is not audible.
Yes.
Samsung
Now?
needed a way to promote the
It's audible now.
NFC sharing
Yes, sir,
features
now.
of its Galaxy smartphones. So we created one by rewarding Samsung Galaxy owners with a new mobile experience that revolutionized out-of-home advertising forever. First, we brought posters to life by embedding them with NFC technology. Then we put them in malls, airports, college campuses, cinemas, and other high-traffic areas in key markets around the country. When Samsung Galaxy owners held their phones to the posters, they were rewarded with free music or ebooks instantly downloaded to their smartphone. These weren't just posters. They became an entirely new content distribution service for mobile devices on the go.
Okay. So okay, so that is the just showing the applications where we can show this type of NFC cards. We can use it. So another applications we have to near field communication in inter. We can use the parking space, data exchange between two mobile phone. We can use the healthcare system, and we have used the transport card and ticketing, IoT 5G devices, and with the access control. For access control, I just saw this. Can you see my card, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in this card, we have to NFC tag. So with this, I am opening my door whenever I'm going to home. So I'm using this card. I just touch this card and that's gonna be open. So I show this card how to works. If you can see, this is my phone. I just attach this with my phone. Can you see there is coming to the NFC reader?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I just tag with reader always. So I can see. Oh, sorry. You can see this much information I have in this NFC card to open the door only. Can you see this information has mentioned what ID is hexadecimal and decimal. Reverse, they write the NFC informations in here, and those whenever I'm tag this card to my door, that door lock is going to be open automatically. So these are the some codes of this NFC card. Okay, so that is the bigger one. So I'm going to tell you not this bigger one. I'm going to tell you how to write NFC in this smaller one. That is the very small tag. Is a small tag. So that tag I'm using at my home to putting the Wi-Fi address on there, and whenever I want to, like I forget my password of my Wi-Fi at home, I just touch this tag and the my mobile connected automatically. So these are some application I'm real time I'm using. So let's see. I think this one is another video can be see. And if you guys have this, can you see this another video? Yeah, sorry guys. Yes, so that is the we can use. So if you guys have a NFC, these are the NFC tools of app. we can download from the Google app. I'm just talking about these applications also use in iOS, Apple phone, and Android phone. So, but I have this Android phone, so I'm talking about to Android phone one. So, in here, as I have this NFC tag writer. So I just connect this tag with my phone, and it will be saying, for example, that is the my website. My website in here. I just link this website to my phone. So once I click on here, now they are asking to touch the NFC tag. If I touch it, this here, now this saying successful is placed. So simple, right? And after that, just finish this. So next, if I want to open my website, I don't need to go anywhere. Just tag this link. They're asking to app, which web browser I want to open. If I am open this web browser, so it can be open this link, my website link, right? So this is the NFC tag. We can write the anything, our website from the uh, some your contact details, some Wi-Fi address, some anything we can just write. And now we just going to show you how to write things. So just tag anything in here. Sorry, select this, open the tag writer in your mobile phone, and then for example I'm writing in here address the book contact. I want to add any address. For example, this is the my friend address, so I'm going to select this address. So now they're asking to write a tag, right? So I just put write a tag. Now they're asking to connect. So once I connect backside, so they are saying that this is the too small characters I can improve. So this in here we can write that only 142 characters in this 142 bytes in this tag whatever I have. So I just use this tag for the educational purpose. So I'm just teaching to telling that you how to use NFC tag in with your phone, and you can update the data, you can write the data, and this after writing this I just can be used in anywhere. I can put it these things to, for example, in here I put it here, and then I use it with my phone. So that is the open things. So that is very simple to write a tag or using that NFC tag to write with your phone. Just you need to require one NFC tag and NFC writer in your phone. That's all. So as I saw, this is one example, and I have this type of another cards in here. I can use in the bus terminal for the ticket purpose. If I want this NFC, this is the one my another card. That card I'm using to my office, entering the in my office. These cards, and for the bank also, I can use this card in my bank. So as I mentioned, this is the very simple technology they are using in Korea. They are using to in the different applications. So there is the no any big thing. Just we have tag writer app applications in our mobile, and just write the tag and just connect the tag with your phone and write it whatever you want to do. So those things we can use. That is the another example of digitalization. We don't need to carry so many keys like in India we have using the so many keys, right? To door key, main gate key, and other keys. We just have a one card, and with that card we can go to inside our room. That is the that application I want to let you know, guys, is the simplest one and without any huge expenses. So I suggest try to this application and use it your multiple purpose way. Okay, so can you see my PPT?
Yes, sir.
Right, so next we have to go. Yeah, so that is the actually in Korea in my in this app I using in the Korean language. So for the Korean students, this app I'm using for the foreigner language, foreigner students from here. So that is the way. Just go to the website, download the NFC tag writer, find an exercise you like, then watch the videos whatever you want and try to your own smartphones. And in India I think every smartphone has this NFC features. Do you have guys any questions till now for this related this NFC applications or any other? Yes, Naveen. Hello, Naveen, I cannot hear you.
No, sir. No, sir. No questions.
No questions. Okay, then I'm going to move for yes, Prakhar.
Hello, sure. Wireless charging also use NFC technology.
I wireless charging, I don't think so they're using this technology because that is not from the transfer energy transfer NFC.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so I'm not sure they are using this because they cannot transfer the energy, this NFC cards. Sure. Okay, then I'll go to next one, next disruptive technology, that is AI. So artificial intelligence. What do you think about the artificial intelligence? Anyone? Or I can go by name. This our this whole is going on. That is full form is next generation technology and at final AI, right? So do you have any idea about what is the exactly AI? Anyone?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Sonu Kumar.
Sir, work like a human being. मतलब sensing or emotions. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right, sir?
Yeah, almost right.
Sir, one more question, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Ha.
Sir, is hello.
Ha. Yes. Can you hear me?
Sir, is wireless charger is successful or not, sir? This time, wireless.
For me, it is successful. I'm using this phone to wirelessly charge. I have this wireless charger in my office. I'm using this phone wirelessly charge. I'm using this watch that is also wirelessly charged. So for that purpose, for application purpose, that using is successfully running. But yeah, some like in here in Korea, we have to start wireless charging for the buses. That research is transferring the energy to buses wirelessly, but that is a huge costly, and that is trying to doing the experiment, and that is the KAIST University. We are doing the experiment on that applications. So for the we use for the very huge magnetic energy transfer mechanism to transfer to energy from the vehicles, like that bus comes to up and they will have some another magnetic resources. According to that magnetic, they can exchange the energy, but it has the in under the process is not completely successful till now, but for the small devices it is the successfully work.
Sir, one more question, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, nowadays it is so costly. How can make it cheap?
Cheap what energy?
मतलब, no, sir. मतलब nowadays wireless phone or wireless anything is so expensive.
Yes.
So how can make it so cheap? मतलब सस्ता इसको कैसे हम कर
So
सके
for
अपने टेक्नोलॉजी
huh,
को?
so for that purpose we need to require to optimize those mechanism that what we are expensive technologies, we are expensive wireless charger, right? We have to battery backup.
Yes, sir.
Nowadays we have battery backup, we can connect those battery backup carry, so that's the way. But I think for that is the energy researchers they are doing to the making the more optimized way to we can be make it the very less cost. But transferring anything for energy point of view, that is the always costly. Even though we are taking electricity, that is also costly, right? But for
Yes,
that
yes, sir.
comes for its electricity, it comes to the nuclear power, they are coming new technologies, and so it will take some few way, not to very huge time, but yeah, some take a 1 2 2 3 years it will take to make them more cheaper, this wireless charger, wireless energy things. That is
Thanks.
as my research field is not energy, so I'm not very sure about to how much time it will take. Okay, I'm just assuming that things. Okay. Yes. Yes. Uh, no, Pradeep. Yes, Pradeep Sharma. Yes, you write the AI, like what the human can do, it can be implemented in machine doing so. So for a specific task, right? Just yeah, exactly. But for that purpose, we are requiring, we are training to data. Sorry, training to machines. So there is a two different things, right? You say that we are developing what human can do, it can implement it in the machine. So human, what we are doing, we also learn from our childhood to train like that purpose, right? So this is wrong, this is right, how can we do that? Same thing we are doing with machines. We are teaching to machine what is correct, what is not correct, and according to that machine are behaving, a machine are acting things, acting the activities similarly. So yeah, you are almost correct. Example chatbot in the website, that's true. So I'm going to talk about the just very few examples, not going to very detail. I'm just giving the overview examples, current time, what technologies is going for the
Sir,
AI. Yeah.
sorry to disrupt you. I think we left with 6 more minutes, right?
Oh, 6 more minutes.
Yes, sir. By yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. So that is the, I already explained, this is industry 4.0 and AI is currently coming on. So these are the AI impact is economically, culturally, socially, and endless disruptions. So labor McKinsey report. So I'm not going to this definition, I'm just going to show that I just talk with you guys to Elon Musk experiment. That is the experiment is going by the Elon Musk nowadays. He's putting the chip in his that big mind and is checking that, controlling those features, how to what transferring the music with the in his mind is running automatically. So that is AI report. I'm not going to talk about the AI report. So that is understanding of AI. The AI is science of technology, science and technology that performs human and intellectual functions with the machines. So it grows rapidly like 2000s to with the growth of computing power, emergence the excellent data, excellent algorithms, and accumulate the data resulting from the widespread penetrations. So that data is annual data accumulation amount like 15.5 gigabytes to 2015, and now until approximately 2025, 2022 to 2025 is going to be 50.5 gigabyte to 175 gigabyte. Is equivalent to 175 trillion of 1 giga films. And development is penetration of optical cables based on high speed internet, spread the wireless internet and internet of things. So that is the events of evidence of the AI. There is a Singapore has a self-driving taxis. Telefonica has a big machine learning and AI select startup. Norwegian Telenor AI and Big Data Lab. Deep Knowledge AI votes. G Survival of Software AI. Baidu Stock Masters predict market trends. So these are the some examples. I'm just going to talk about to how machine learning or artificial intelligence algorithm work. They have input, they have low level features, mid level features, high level features, trainable classifier, and then output. For example, for the image case, they are doing pixel, edge, texture, motif, and part and object detections. And the sentence based, that in the text wise they are character, they change in the word make the word group, then clauses, sentence, and then make the stories. Based on this they are categorized the whole features of they are implementing the AI will doing this based on their algorithms, what type of algorithm we are using. So in the machine learning, we have these four basic algorithms: supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and reinforcement. Supervised, like this, we have to classification, we have to regressions. We need to find out the approximate what type of data we already told them, what data, what output we want. So training data includes the desired output. Unsupervised has the training data does not include desired outputs. They have some clustering grouping, and then we are asking to them find out the what features they are making. Then we have semi-supervised learning. That is the training data includes data and few desired outputs. And a reinforcement, they have rewards and sequence of the actions. So like learning in the experience plays a role, or for the artificial intelligence, control theory, operation research, AI, network, neuroscience, physiologically, psychology. That is the some AI, reinforcement learning mechanism methods they can be reach to make the some decisions. So for the about the feature, this is about machine learning, right? So now we have also learned about too much deep learning things. So deep learning features, we have this feature extraction. They are we have this image, they divided in the small pieces, and then we these pieces make the max pooling, and max pooling will be to do by the again feature extraction, then again max pooling and feature extraction, and finally they make the connectivity fully connected devices, and they say that what is the in which in the that particular image what type of data and what type of data is available, data are stored and data is shown. So for example, seminar logo, persons, title, departments, these information are in this given image as an input. So that is the about to AI. Now I'm going to just make the disruptive last blockchain technologies. So they have why we are required to blockchain technologies. We need to find out the decentralized security plus privacy plus distribution and no central authorities. So this environment we require to be used in our new technologies and new applications. Wherever we are using applications, we find that type of very easy, without any disturbance, without anything, we can use those informations. So that is the decentralized nodes are only connected to the peers. And these are the adoption approach. for the how can like blockchain technology can be used cannot be used to every applications, right? We need to find out the how which technology we are going to adopt, which technology can be adopt this blockchain method. So we need to find out the discover understanding of technology identity, which problems need to be addressed, access process gaps, possible ways of re-engineering, realign and stakeholders workshop explaining intent approach and benefits. Then we require to analyze feasibility of analysis, operational effectiveness. For example, in the vehicular communication, when we use the blockchain technology, first we require find out that why we need to blockchain technology in that applications. That application is mobile. There is a lot of data. How can we manage those things? So then according to the applications, we are modified our proof of working, proof of driving, and those type of some algorithms, and then we are implemented in self-driving car. So similar feasibility analysis, we have to operational effectiveness, risk assessment, impact to the existing system, regulatory compliances assessment. Then we need to define, design the decisions, design, own, and leverage existing platforms. Start with no non-permission public ledgers and move to the private and permission ledgers or consortium. Define the distributed network roles and smart contracts. Define expected parameters from re-engineered process, speed, scalability, data limits, privacy, and maker checker. Then after that, we're going to implement, collaborate with others, design for interoperability, review standards, partner with fintech and build the stack. Start with a small process, sandbox test, proof of concept for the identified the process and through the testing and transactions. And then after we execute rollout plan, identify stable geographies, gap assessment, and immediate fixes. So that is the adoption approach for the new for the blockchain technology for the new applications. When we are going to apply in our applications, so we need to find out this all five approaches first. So this is the another decentralized application, that is a DApp application that use the smart contract, provide a user-friendly interface to smart contract and components, smart contracts and files, web user interface, front end and back end. So write the smart contract in high-level language. We compile, run and smart contract code, then deploy the smart contract on blockchain platform. That platform can be Hyperledger, Ethereum, or any others. So to create the interactive web application with the smart contract, that is the whole. How can we apply or build new decentralized applications for the blockchain technology? So benefit of the blockchain: all updates to data and transaction must be verified by other network users. Transparency: any user can check if the system is working correctly. Each transaction is confirmed by the verifiers who are peer users of blockchain. Privacy: despite the blockchain being the decentralized system with a high level of transparency, all transaction and interaction between networks members are anonymous. Integrity: nobody can be changed the data, nobody can be modified the data, even though who is the involved, who doesn't matter how much you involved in the network. So these are the some benefits for the blockchain technology that can be used in some different applications. So that is our ongoing research things. So we just already discussed about this thing, so just leave it. So that is the another our project. We are just last year we applied in the for the patent is selected by the Korean government, and they awarded as a this whole idea. So there is a we are applied for method for managing a blockchain based agriculture supply chain management. So this is just a small video I'm gonna show. Can you hear voice, right? Can you hear the voice?
Yes, yes, we can hear it.
Okay, so this idea is talking about like this is the form, and so this is the form where we are putting the sensors, and according to sensors, collect the data and transmit the data to the blockchain, through the blockchain to farmers' mobile phone, and farmers can be analyzed, or through the analysis, data analysis, farmer can be find out that when is what type of grain we need to go, we need to farm in this place, and according to that they place the farm and find out the after the farming, they will collect the data and find out the when they need the fertilizers and water supply and all things through the help of data collection, sensor data. And once those all is done, when farming is done, when grain the product is grow, after that they users, the farmer send those data to the government and get the certificate of the quality of that food, and based on that quality food he can be sell his food in the market. And through the consumer, as a consumer, we are after receiving the food, we are making going to give them to grade, and based on those grading they can access and they can find out like if we have a high grading point 4.5 star or 5 star, so based on that we can take a loan from the market or from the government more, so government gave the benefits based on those information. This all information going to store on the blockchain server, and from there this in the whole process gonna be executed. So that is the final, that is the last our blockchain applications project we are doing. So next we have this final remarks. In this we have talked about to the industrial 4.0 affecting economics, technology and social lives. Future possibilities are digital transformation when this all IoT, AI and blockchains gonna be merged together and develop some new applications things, so that well possibilities are more higher. Like in future is coming to quantum computing also. Digital transformation, we have to digital board, digital transformation we discussed there, the development of the digital transformations. And IoT, we discuss about the adoption challenges, NFC coding, that NFC programming examples, AI, machine learning, deep learning, and future AI methods. And blockchain, we have to talk about the adoptions and applications. But in like finally in research scope, we have a lot of research scope in this field. For example, security, privacy, scalability, algorithm consensus and quantum, those all requirement like blockchain in current situation that is not going to be fit on the system, right? Some each and every system, so we need to change some standardizations. Actually I am also already involved IEEE blockchain standard association, so we are working on that, making two blockchain standardizations things. So we don't have that standard applications of standard of the blockchain is going on to work, is already working on that field. So this is the our final remarks. And last, related with the industrial management 4.0, this book I have published the last year. I'm the two authors, we are this book, so we book published in the Springer. You guys can be know in this first one, management 4.0, we are discussing industry point of view, each and all application, how can we manage this industry, how can be industry 4.0 is evaluate to each and like agriculture, uh, tourism, finance, manufacturing, marketing, all application we are discussing the this book. And this second blockchain technology for industry 4.0, we have talked about to technical point of view. That book both are available in the market, so you guys can be accessed. And this is the blockchain series. We are the editor of the blockchain series. So if you have any good idea for your book proposal or book chapter, so please can be contact with me, or like yesterday this Professor Singh, Dhananjay Singh, he asked you. So continue. And this is about me. I don't want to go. That's already Professor Ajay is introduced that thing. Thank you. So now you have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And,
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really very nice. It started from very basic and from blockchain for connected vehicle to the industry management 4.0, and you also saw several hands-on on this particular topic, right? and it was really very inspiring, very elaborative as well. So we can take, I already know you have already taken many questions, right? So if there is any specific question from the audience, we can take it right now. I know many students have classes right now, so maybe they will not be
Okay.
available for the next one. Okay, so many are saying thank you very much, sir. This was very informative.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Madhusudan. It was amazing. So we all give a round of applause to
Thank you.
Professor Madhusudan Singh's talk. It was really very comprehensive, a literally end-to-end talk. It had everything, right from understanding to implementation to showing the right paths to the participant, how they can reach up to that. So that is really amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye bye.